Hi everyone, this is Lee from Areate Realty. Thank you for joining us today. I'm really excited to announce some news about our upcoming partnership with here is our Miss Laura Hope, one of the very famous and successful expert in building a customized home. And we want to share you a little bit more about what it takes and how you can build your own home in Central Florida. Laura, thank you for joining us today.
Lee, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Laura, I gotta ask you, customized built home is kind of traditionally known as a male domain industry. And you have been so successful in this male domain industry. And you are the top producers in Central Florida. You are also the winner of the 2016 Best of House Customized Satisfaction Award. So I kind of want to ask you how you maintain to be so successful in the industry, at the same time maintain your feminine touch and being known as a pink hat Laura on the construction side.
Oh, Lee, if it's okay, I'd like to put my hat on for you.
Of course, because it's very Laura.
And as you know, safety is paramount in all construction sites. Thank you for asking me, Lee. I started out in my life in a family. We owned the only electric corporation in the county, which I grew up. So as a little girl, I had the opportunity to see the trades go off to work every day, which just became a way of life for me. Then later, after I was married and had children, I built my own custom home for my family, understanding how families need to live in that space and study in that space and work in that space, and also making sure that it was in the right community for the children as well as the right schools. So during that stage of most of my life raising my children, I was very particular about my house for my family. And for the aging families as well, because families sometimes have to have other families to live with them so they can care for them. So after my divorce, I started building houses on the west side of Florida as an investor. And then I decided to bring what I knew and how I raised my children in terms of houses and what's important to families, do that for myself in terms of a business. So I started doing custom construction because most people don't know how the process works or how they would even go about interviewing a builder. So I took the knowledge of being a mom and being a housewife to the construction world and created what I believe to be a superior product for my clients.
That's why I'm so excited about this partnership of ours. Because for a lot of my clients, when they just relocate to Central Florida, they're not even aware that it's possible for them to customize the build of their own home, let alone talking about finding the right experts, talking about finding the right places to build their home. And I think with your knowledge in the building process, a knowledge of being a mom and housewife, really the person taking care of the whole family, and bring that south in Central Florida to our families and relocating here. And I think our partnership with your set expertise and my knowledge of relocating and emerge into a new environment, new culture, it's really going to bring a lot of value to our clients.
I am so delighted to be a part of bringing your Chinese families and investors and clients to this winter park market, and to be able to hold their hand and partner with them through this process. So it's not only enjoyable, but it's functional. When you build with the Hope Group, you can be assured that you're getting the finest of materials in your walls, in your ceilings, and when you move into your house after completion, which is typically 8 months here, when you move in, the way your house looks the day you move in is how it's going to look in 10 years. And that's what excites me and will excite me for your families as well.
That's amazing. And just like you mentioned a couple of the things when you are involved in building your own home, you're not only just involved in the whole designing and also the building process. You actually got to choose what type of material you use.
Yes.
And to see the true quality involved with building your home. I think that's not only appealing to many of my international relocation family, but also for the families here, right?
Understood.
It's Laura, just from kind of an end user and also industry expert standpoint, share us some of the key benefits to build your own home versus just buy a finished product.
Oh, there's many benefits. Technology is ever advancing, and that applies to building materials as well. The standard of quality continues to rise, not only with the technology features that are featured in this house, but in all new construction, but technology, it goes along with the building materials. Our windows are low E vinyl. They are, they're wind resistant. The quality of things continue to improve that you just don't get in an existing home.
Of course. And also at the same time, not only just getting the best of the best, but also have that choice to making decisions and where you to spend your money on this new home is, I'm sure, very crucial to many families.
It is making the space, their own, that homogeneous feel to their space, as well as having the ability to be as involved as they wish. It's almost like a little insurance policy, if you will. Their home is an asset. And should they need to leave the country or relocate to another area for the children's school or university, it's almost an insurance policy that the homes will sell rapidly because they are so quality.
Absolutely. Laura, when we were talking about building a customized home in Central Florida, it's almost impossible to not talk about the Winter Park. This is probably the most desired location to build your own home. Can you share us a little bit more about why customers and experts love this location for their home to be built?
I would love to speak about Winter Park. It's very near and dear to my heart. Just a little bit of history. The city of Winter Park was began to populate in the early 1800s by some wealthy Northerners that just found the picturesque, live oak trees and canopies of lined streets with beautiful, lush, greenery, as well as the lakes. They just found this to be so beautiful. So a lot of wealthy Northerners use this as their summer home. And from that money developed a place where people that wanted to raise their family, they were well educated. We have wonderful schools, probably the best in all, well, in fact, they are the best in all of Central Florida.
Absolutely.
Not for just the public schools, but that also goes for the private schools here locally, and the universities. We have is the oldest university in all of Florida called Rollins College. So you'll see not only the students roaming the streets or sitting by a coffee shop studying, but you'll also see families out in the park on Park Avenue, which is a beautiful place to gather with families. There's art festivals. There's always so much going on. There's a local museum to Park Avenue, and it's a cobblestone street that gives that real European feel, which is unique to Florida, as well as opulent mansions that line Park Avenue and the lakes as well. It's a community of prestige and respect and adoration.
It is amazing. For over 200 years, families been loving those natural lakes and those tree-lined streets in Winter Park. And today, if you look at the Winter Park, that natural thing is pretty much being preserved. And the only difference is now it's so vibrant with one of the most elite neighborhood. The people's coming to Winter Park to pursue that prestigious location, that brand name, to raise their family and enjoy their retirement, whatever their stage of life is.
Yes, absolutely. And the other wonderful thing about Winter Park is that it's so centrally located. We are just north of downtown Orlando, where the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts is, as well as the hub for the banking industry here. And then you're just a 20-minute drive to all of the Disney and the Universal festivities as well.
Isn't that amazing? It's a great history, close to everything, great school, and populated with one of the most wealthiest family, as well as elites in the Central Florida location. No wonder Winter Park has been such a prestigious brand name nowadays. I am so excited. Thank you so much, Laura, for sharing your insight about building your home and also the city of Winter Park. I'm really looking forward to work with you and help our families to build their first home in this lovely city and enjoy generations of enjoyment and happy life here.
Li, the pleasure is truly all mine. I delight in helping your clients and your friends come to Central Florida, in specific Winter Park, and be a part of this prosperous community.
Thank you so much, Laura, for your time.
Thank you, Li.
Thank you for your time to join us today. If you are interested in learning more about this lovely neighborhood as well as building your customized home, please follow us. We'll have more information and video coming up. See you next time.